Well, hello there, and thanks for watching Sunrise at Sea. If you're just joining in, well, it's never too late to catch up, isn't it? Well, this is our views, and as usual, we tend to dissect different bits of, situations in life, and we give you our opinion. But however, today, me and the ladies, we're going to be telling you how we're going to be spending our Christmas despite the pandemic. So, ladies, I know, one, you all look lovely. Yeah. Oh, I'm Princess Elsa. So who are you?
Elena of Avalon.
Elena of Avalon, yes. Yeah? And Sarah, who are you?
Apollo Sarah.
I love that. Shivana. I love the white. Is it white or silver?
It's a bit of white, a touch of silver, and a touch of dark beauty all here. Just beautiful.
Melanin, popping.
Melanin.
Well, I love that. Well, we've all been dressed out by Kushana Designs, and if you want to get outfits similar to this, you can actually find them in Namirembe. So let's get into it. It's Christmas. It's 4 days. Sarah has been counting since November.
Yes, I have.
She's, in fact, her Christmas started, I can't say November. November is when she started doing shopping, but her Christmas started as of December. Yeah. So
First,
I want to ask each of the ladies to tell us what Christmas means to each and every one of them. And I'm going to start with you, Sarah, because
yes.
I know you have so much spirit. The way you talk about Christmas, you make even one who never looks forward to Christmas be like, what is this really about? So what is Christmas to you, Sarah?
First of all, I want to explain why Christmas is a big deal, and this is like the biggest holiday for Christians all over the world.
Yeah.
Because on this day is when Jesus Christ was born, and without his birth, then we wouldn't have come to be born again and just be good people. Long story short.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what Christmas means to me is my family is very important to me.
Yeah.
And my family, we are a huge but complete unit. We love each other so much, and we always spend time together. And with Christmas, because now that everybody's grown and has their own families here and there, but Christmas is that one day in the year when everybody comes together, the grandparents, the aunties, the uncles, the nieces, the nephews, all the kids. And it's just very heartwarming. I'm even getting emotional right now because I feel so bad I'm not going to be with them. But for me, one, besides it being a Christian holiday, it's a time for family. And I love family above. It represents unity. It's a time that we get to, catch up on what we have been doing in our different lives. It's a time where we reconcile our differences. Yeah. It is just, I love Christmas. For me, what Christmas means to me, Christmas is love. It's a time for sharing. It's a time for spending it with the people that you care about.
She's actually getting so emotional.
I am. I'm going to start crying.
Before we get emotional. Oh my God, do we have tissue? Siobhan, what does Christmas mean to you?
Chicken biryani, chicken tikka, chicken masala, pilau.
Food.
No, I'm joking. What does Christmas mean to me?
Yes.
Christmas means putting a smile on someone else's face. Like Sarah has said, Christmas is the day when our Lord Jesus Christ was born, and I'm a Christian. And that brought so much hope into this evil world. So that is what I do on Christmas. Most of the time on Christmas, you will not find me with my family. Why? Because I feel like my family has had enough of me throughout the year. I choose to spend my Christmas with people around my neighborhood, especially those that are less privileged. What I do, I actually do this a lot with my family members. It's something that I learned from my parents, because my dad last year spent his birthday at a baby's home. And what I do for Christmas is I go around and take different tokens of appreciation, especially to children that do not have families, because they have never known what it is to celebrate Christmas. They even see no reason to celebrate Christmas. And it's even worse because in this pandemic, so many people have lost their loved ones, so many people have lost their parents, and they have no one to spend Christmas with. So I choose to spend Christmas with those less advantaged children or less advantaged people, just to bring a smile on their face circumstances. I don't have so much, but the little I have, I'm able to share with them. So for me, Christmas is putting a smile on someone else's face other than me and my family members, because that has been all year round. So I just have this one day to make an impact on someone's life and encourage them. Hey, guess what? Someone died for you on the cross, and today is his birthday.
Yeah.
So that's what I do, and that is what Christmas means to me.
Oh,
that's so cute.
I know, right?
No, by the way, it's very true. I'm intentional about that. I do it every Christmas.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's really amazing. Sandy, what's Christmas to you? What is...
For me, Christmas is time for family. Yeah, because all year round, like, you don't really get to spend time together, and it's a time for family, but also it's a time for gratitude. Yeah, for me. And like, there's so much that we are thankful for, because it's been a year, like, it's the second year navigating through a pandemic. People have lost loved ones. We lost 2 family members. So it's also a time for gratitude, and also a time for reflection. For me, to reflect on those things, because you're heading towards a new year, and also the symbolism of the day. Like, Christ died on the cross for us on that day. So it's a day of reflection, and also as a mother, like, I think of other mothers and other children that do not have anything, in a sense that, you know how kids are so excited for new clothes on Christmas? Like, we would not sleep. If I had this dress when I was 6, I think I would sit next to it till morning. So I love that. I remember my mom used to do that, and at some point she stopped making me try on the dress, because I would not want to remove it, and she would have to convince me, you're going to wear it tomorrow or next week. So this is one of the things I do. I live in an estate, so I usually do a drive, and we get all our baby stuff, toys, clothes, shoes. Me and other mothers, they usually drop it to my home, and then I take it to Chirombe. It's near my place, to this church, and so that the kids can also of the area get stuff, instead of, you have things at home and you're hoarding them, and then other people need this stuff. So the kids are always happy. I usually do like 2 drives a year.
Wow.
This week I'll do one, and then, like, earlier in the year I do another one. So other mothers help me out with this at this stage.
I think it's very important, like Sandra has hinted on, that we need to be very grateful for what we have, because what you have, and as a child I had this thing of every Christmas I wanted something new, every Christmas I wanted a new dress, I wanted a new shoe, but there's just more to life than that. However, when you're young, of course, when you're a child you think like a child, when you're an adult you think like an adult, but also if there is a child or parents that are watching us this morning, I want to tell the little ones out there, you have to be very appreciative for what you have, because what you have today, or what your parents have been able to put together for you for Christmas, other children do not have that. So the little they have been able to provide, the little gifts they have given you, it's very important that you're grateful for them, because guess what? Some other people will do anything to have what you have right now.
Very true, and I love the fact that we all have different dynamics in regards to how we spend our Christmas. I'm from a Muslim family, however, I've been surrounded by literally Christians. Most of my friends are Christians, my relatives are actually Christians, they're Catholics. They're Catholics, and Catholics are very strong, when it comes to. So when every time it came to Christmas, same thing, it's always family. I hardly see my relatives, I hardly see my cousins. So when it comes to Christmas, I always have that dress. Tomorrow is Christmas, I'm always looking forward to that outfit. So it was always a time for us to meet. I hardly see my granny, so I get to see my granny, I get to spend time with my cousins, and then I think for me with Christmas, it's the pine tree. I love the smell of the tree. And I miss that. I feel like it's not there anymore. When it comes to Christmas, I think that's one of the things I actually look forward to, the decorating the tree, the pine tree. I know some Muslims are going to be like, girl, you Muslim. I know.
But there's nothing wrong with enjoying
Christmas.
Wrong with that.
Yes. It's family. So yes, the pine. Do you miss the pine?
I do miss the pine because now I don't even see those trees
Yeah,
anymore.
I
It's
don't know
now
what
just the
happened.
plastic trees, and for me that just is one of Christmas traditions that
Yes.
has been
Washed away.
taken away from me. But the smell of the tree. However, there was this time, about 5 years ago, we had the pine tree because my aunt actually loves the pine tree. So we had the pine tree in the house, and then we discovered there was a snake in the tree.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it was about like 2 meters long. It was a snake. My aunt was like, never again will a pine tree enter this house. And then
Makes
that's when we
sense.
got the artificial trees,
Yeah.
the plastic trees, and that has been the case since. But yes, I do
Yeah, I
miss the
that.
smell of the pine
I really
trees.
hope the tradition actually comes back. I really do
Christmas
hope so.
traditions
Need to come back. Now, before we get into that, I got to find out some interesting facts I actually didn't know. There's so many facts about Christmas. However, I'm just going to give you a few. And the one fact that you can actually tell your kid is one. Christmas celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. Yeah, Christmas is an annual Christian holiday that celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. Now, the 25th day of December was chosen to mark his birthday by the Roman Catholic Church years after his birth.
His
His
death.
death.
I'm sorry, yes, after his death. Then the second fact is Christmas trees were first used by ancient Egyptians and Romans. Yeah, the origin or the use of Christmas trees goes way back to ancient Egypt and Romans. They used evergreen trees like fir or pine trees, wreaths, and garlands. And the use of modern Christmas trees started in Germany in the 16th century. Instead of the glittery decorations that we see on them today, yeah, they were decorated with fruits and nuts. We bet you didn't know this interesting fact about Christmas. Did you guys know that? But you see those movies like back then, Asian movies, they
Yes.
always have fruits and nuts and the pine. That is it a pine?
Yeah, it's like the pine.
Yes,
The pine
it's
cones, yes.
usually the
Yes.
one actually on the Christmas trees.
Yes.
Actually, back then, when I was young, we used to decorate the trees with sweets.
Oh,
And I used to wake
Yes.
up at night and eat all the sweets.
We used to decorate them with sweets, like mimicking this. So I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of people knew that because my mom is the one who told me that. So she would put, because we couldn't put nuts and fruit.
Yeah.
So they put sweets, because who's going to eat fruit
Yeah, you
from
don't
the
eat
tree?
fruits.
So she would put the sweets on them. But yes, that's definitely an interesting fact.
Then another fact is the term Xmas, with the X and then Mass.
Yes.
Yeah? Simply means, I don't know if I should say Christmas or Christmas. How do you
It's
pronounce it?
Christmas.
It's still Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. The use of the term Xmas dated back to the 16th century. The X in the word Xmas comes from the ancient Greek language. In Greek, Christ begins with the letter X. So Xmas simply means Christmas.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
I always wondered. I didn't know the fact.
Now you know.
Now I know. Then another now this one, I was like, what? Santa Claus was known as Sinterklaas in Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah. For children, Christmas is all about receiving gifts from Santa Claus. Yeah. But how did Santa Claus come into existence? Yeah. The character of Santa Claus is based on Saint Nicholas. As per a legend, Saint Nicholas was a Christian bishop who provided for the poor and needy. He also loved children and enjoyed giving gifts to them secretly. As his story spread, he was called Sinterklaas in Dutch, which later became Santa Claus. We bet you didn't know that fact either. I didn't know that.
And people have ruined the aspect of Santa Claus so much.
How?
Do you know, there's a Christmas party I went to, a kid's Christmas party, and the speaker who had just spoken, who happened to be the MC, went behind and changed into the Santa Claus guy. So you're literally brainwashing the kids that this is Santa Claus, yet he's not Santa Claus. I don't like the fact that different people keep putting on the Santa Claus thing, yet you're actually not Santa Claus, because it goes back to how our parents used to lie us that the tooth fairy would leave money for you, yet it actually wasn't the tooth fairy.
But
You
see,
ruined
this is
it.
the
But you see,
thing.
it's the same thing. So they are ruining ruining Christmas for, I mean, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Tell the child the truth, that this is not Santa Claus, but he's actually putting on like him.
No, how about we let
Yes.
children be children
Yes.
and let them have their own beliefs
Yeah.
and let them enjoy their
Their
holidays.
childhood.
Let them enjoy their childhood and their holidays. So let Santa Claus be anyone, and you can tell the child that Santa Claus can be anyone. Santa
How it
Claus can be your
ended.
daddy, can be your uncle, could be your teacher.
So
Let's
it literally
not
can be
take
anyone
away-
who can gift you. Is that
Yeah.
what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Because then how it ended at the party is that the child came and said, Uncle Mike, I know that's you, and he pulled the beard off.
Now, another interesting fact, since you guys are actually talking about Santa Claus, the dress code. Yeah, so the last fact actually wanted you guys to talk about Santa Claus did not always dress up in red clothes. Yeah, Santa Claus initially wore clothes that were in green, purple or blue. For many years, this was the common theme for the jolly old man at the North Pole. However, Coca-Cola decided to dress him up in red in colors that matched their brand, and that stuck. So this is why he's always in red clothes now.
Yes.
And I remember that commercial, I think, vividly at the back of my mind. And the very first time I actually saw Santa Claus with a ho, 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 you know, in the box, I was like, it was so exciting, you know. I don't know, I'm even having goosebumps talking about this. But yes, I don't think, do you think this needs to change, Santa Claus wearing other colors, or it's now great to, it's stuck in our minds that it always has to be in red? You know, you're talking about
It's
gifting.
stuck now that he has to be in
Sandra
red.
is stuck now that she's in red.
I love red. Red is a vibrant color.
Yes.
And then when you match it with white and green, it's just like, wow, Christmas morning, you know?
It won't make sense, Christmas.
And it
Santa
also
wearing blue.
represents love, you know, red.
Yes,
so I don't
yes.
think we shouldn't change. I think this is a tradition that has been here for a very long time. So I think
Coca-Cola changed
to have to change that, then no, it's not going to work. I disagree.
So, ladies, I want to ask, how are we going to be spending this Christmas? You know, we've lost loved ones during this pandemic, and we've had a lot of issues, you know, with family, life in general, and obviously Christmas is not going to be the same. You know, some of us have been spending Christmas with some of these people who actually passed away. Some people have actually lost both loved ones. So I'm going to ask you, ladies, and I'm going to start with you, Sandy. How are you spending this festive season? Because like you hinted on earlier, you did lose some loved ones, and I'm sure these are people that were very, very close to you, and them not being around, things are going to be different. So how are you going to be spending your Christmas this pandemic?
I'm going to be spending Christmas with my in-laws, my husband's family, and the two people that we lost were from his side of the family, but they were close to us. And initially, my sister invited me to spend Christmas with my family, but I thought since my brother-in-law is here, he doesn't live here, so he has calmed down, and also my sister-in-law is here as well. So I think it's better we spend Christmas with his family, because like they have not been together for a while, and they have lost very dear ones in their family. So I think it's only fair that we would go to my in-laws to spend Christmas with them and bond. And yeah, so that's where I'll be spending the Christmas. And I told my sister that, you know what, my whole family is here. We are always here. We can probably come over Easter, but for them it's a bit different. Like the whole family is going to be here, so it doesn't make sense like me taking them to my side of the family. And so so I'm going to be spending Christmas with my in-laws.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sarah, your little one is not around.
He's not.
Her little one is not around.
He's
So,
not.
and
He
how are you
traveled.
spending?
He traveled with my parents, and a lot of my siblings are also up country. However, a few of my sisters are around, the ones who have to stay and work, because some of us don't have the luxury of taking holiday days off. But I will be spending Christmas with my sisters. We'll be doing a barbecue, a nice little barbecue at home, and then movie night. We're going to get a projector and set it up in the compound. And we already planned to get like the string lights, you know, the string lights to put in the compound. And then we're going to get pallets and do movie night, and then during the day first the barbecue, then later movie night.
Are you inviting
Oh,
us?
nice.
That seems really,
Yes,
really fun.
you guys can come.
Invitation is on air. We're invited.
Or Siobhan, how would you be spending your festive this pandemic
Well,
period?
of course, the first one is to reach out to people that do not have much. That is the first one. But I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do for Christmas because my family is also going away. So I'll figure it out. But I have an invitation to Sarah's already.
Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe by the time 25th reaches, I'll have Bay or Boo in the picture. So maybe we could spend Christmas together. I'm just saying, the year hasn't yet come to an end.
You have 4 days. The clock is ticking.
If not, we shall hire.
Well, ladies, it's amazing. And when it comes to Christmas, it's a conversation that can go on and on, especially when it comes to Sarah. However, if you missed out, you can follow us on our social media platforms to see what we actually talked about, and that's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, even YouTube. Yeah. However, that's all we had for you. Good morning. Well, hello there, and thanks for watching Sunrise at Sea. Thanks for sticking around. However, despite the fact that we're having a pandemic, the festive seasons are still ongoing, and I know it's not a good moment for some people, as we lost some loved ones. So I would want us to have a moment of silence, And may that soul rest in peace, and it's quite sad. However, before we close, I would want the ladies to give a word to someone out there who's watching, who has lost a loved one. Yeah, how best do you think they can actually spend their Christmas? Shivana, I'll start with you.
I will speak in the perspective because my family has lost a loved one. So at first we did not see a reason to celebrate Christmas. And also we do not want to put him in a situation where he has to celebrate yet he does not want to. So if you have lost someone, take it slow. Does your heart want to celebrate? If it doesn't want to celebrate, it's okay for you to stay home and be in your own company and just enjoy things that you like doing so that you do not feel that you are doing something without your loved one, someone that you've lost. But again, follow your heart and just be kind to yourself. Don't push it. If it doesn't want to, don't do it.
Sandy, what word do you have for someone watching that has no family or people to spend Christmas with?
I think that there's much as we lose people and everything, there's a lot to be grateful for. So take heart and take it one day at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself and just be grateful. And yes, that's what I would advise.
Sarah, what would you say?
It's never easy to find the words to say to somebody who has lost somebody that they care about. And a lot of people have suffered a lot of loss, not just only loved ones, but also their businesses or even their mental health. So this Christmas, if you need to take a breather, take it, period.
Well, thank you, ladies, and you heard from the ladies. Well, thank you, Kushona. We're dressed by Kushona. We look this amazing because of Kushona. Well, thank you very, very much. You can actually find her at Namirembe, yeah, if you're looking for something like this. Men's outfits, bridal, you want that simple outfit, but still sleek. Kushona got you. Well, that's all I had for you here at Sunrise at Sea. Till tomorrow, good morning.